Hey guys, so this is the look I'm doing for you today. I used the new Anastasia Soft Glam palette for my eyes, and I will let you know the tea and kind of how I feel about it. Obviously, it's like huge on social media right now, this palette, but y'all know I do not give in to hype, and I will tell you how I really feel about things. So yeah, I did use this palette in the video, and then just some other random things, and kind of this is really casual, sort of just like a lot of talking. I kind of give you a pregnancy update in this video, and yeah, it's just sort of like a cash video. So it's long enough already, so I don't want to make this intro too long. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you want to see how I got the look, then keep on watching. For my foundation, I am using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is one of those oldie but goodie type things. Where like if I'm having like a bad skin day, I know I can put that on and it's just like gonna cover all the BS that's going on with my skin. I'm using it on a wet beauty blender because whenever lately I use a brush, it's almost like micro exfoliating my skin and making it even more gross looking. So I've been using a beauty blender more often lately. So just patting that in all over. I'm wearing the shade NC30 right now. It may look a little dark, but I tanned last night and then I put some more on this morning. So I'm gonna be a lot tanner here in like an hour or so once it's like starts developing some more. So I know this will like be fine, you know. Okay, next I'm gonna do some concealer. Hello. And I'm going to use the MAC Waterweight concealer. I really like this a lot, actually. I was on the fence at first, but the coverage is like very good and it's very hydrating, so I feel like it makes my under eye area look nice. Some concealers make my under eye area look super dry as hell, but this one does not do that to me. So this color is NC15, so it's quite a bit lighter than my foundation, but that's totally fine with me. I prefer it to be a lot brighter. So my biggest problem area in my skin right now is around my nose. It's like, my nose is always my problem area anyway, so pregnancy has really amplified it and made it like a million times worse. So that's annoying. It's just like one of those things where like the skin around my nose is like dry and the pores are really big, and I constantly, literally every day, I will have little tiny like pimples like that get around my nose, like right on the corner. You know, it's like those little white ones. Sorry to be gross. It's like those little white ones where it's not like a full-on pimple. It's just like a little thing, you know? And I will get those around my nose all the time, and it's so frustrating. I'm going to take this also just to highlight a little bit, not too much, just kind of whatever's on the end of the dropper here. Okay. And as crazy as it seems, because if you've watched me long enough, you know kind of how I do things, I'm actually not going to set my face with powder, which is insane. I just can't right now, just because of how dry my skin is. So I'm not gonna go in and set my whole face. I am gonna set my under eye because I wanna make sure it stays and doesn't crease. And that's something like I feel like I can't skip. But I'm not gonna set the rest of my face, which is weird for me. I'm gonna use my MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Powder. This is my favorite under eye setting powder. I've talked about this before. It like makes everything look so smooth and flawless. And I'm just going to press that in. I'm not really baking because I'm just kind of pressing it on and then like blending it in completely. I'm not going to let it like sit there because then my under eye is going to look even more dry and gross. But doing this with the wet beauty blender just looks so, it looks amazing. And it's funny because I've had a lot of you guys message me saying that since I use this so much, you actually went and like got it, and a lot of people are like just as in love with it as I am, which is really cool that you guys kind of trust in me and then you try it and you actually really like it, because it is such a good powder. Okay, I'm going to do a little bronzer to kind of get some color around the edges of my face, and I'm using this. This is actually a Mineralize Skin Finish from MAC, one of like the regular setting powders. This is in the shade Medium Tan. I've been using this a lot as bronzer. It is super light, so I enjoy it because it doesn't look so intense. It just like gives me some shadow, but it's not like overly done, which I think is nice. And I'm using that on a Morphe M528 brush. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know, I don't think you can. I have my hospital bag right here. I finally got it all together. So just to give you kind of an update, I'm going to be having a scheduled C-section in exactly 2 weeks. So depending on when I get this video up, it could be sooner. Obviously it could be sooner if my body decides to go into labor before my due date, which you never know. I'm starting to actually finally get like contractions, like real contractions. And I'll just get a couple of days, so we're like fine right now. But like every couple of days, I'll get like one more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll have like 4 a day, and then like a couple of days later it'll build up to where I'm having 5 a day. And then a couple of days later it builds up and I'm having 6 a day. So they're definitely getting stronger. They're getting more often. Yes, so I'm using some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I really like this as a eyelid primer, and this is what I use most of the time nowadays as my eyelid primer, because it's just very long wearing and it evens everything out really well. So just to kind of update you guys on the whole pregnancy, so I have a scheduled C-section. I know it's like, seems like a new thing where people like voluntarily get a C-section. I don't really have an opinion on that. It's none of my business what other people do. In my case, I did not want to have a C-section, but unfortunately, ever since pretty much the beginning of my pregnancy, actually, she hasn't changed at all. She has been breached, so she's been the wrong way, so her head is up at the top of my belly and her butt is at the bottom. For a while there, she was frank breech, and if you're not familiar with that, it basically just means that she had her legs like up by her face. So like her body was like folded in half, and her hands were like, you know, here, and then her feet were like straight up here by her head. And it looked really cute at first, and I thought it was kind of funny. But then like once I got to like 30 weeks and they did an ultrasound and she was still that way, I was kind of like, this isn't funny anymore, because, you know, it can cause hip issues and different things like that. So, you know, it was kind of like started to get a little scary. For weeks I was hoping that she would move, but I can still feel her head. Like if I touch my belly and kind of press on it, I can still feel that her head is up top. However, I did just get really good news the other day when I went to my 37-week appointment that she has bent her legs. Oh my God. That was like the best news ever, that she bent her legs, because I know that like there's nothing wrong with her legs, you know, because sometimes like they're so in that position for so long they can't, and then they'll come out and their legs will be like stuck up by their head for a couple weeks, and they have to get like braces on their legs, and it's like really sad. So I'm glad that like her legs are bent now and she's like fine. But yeah, it was like really scary at first. So really quick, I did just set under my brow with my powder I used under my eyes, just because I like to do that. I feel like everything blends better. I'm going to go in today with the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia. And I think I really wanted to go in with like this the pinky tones, but not anymore. I feel like I want to go with the browns a little more. So I I think I'm going to start with burnt orange. Yeah, I'm going to go with burnt orange. So yeah, she's in a normal position now, and they estimated that she was already a little over 7 pounds, which I was not surprised because Shane, my husband, was a big baby, and I was a pretty good sized baby. So I'm not surprised that, you know, she's doing pretty good. Every like scan I've ever had in this pregnancy, she's always measured a little bigger. So I was assuming she would be a little bigger. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm also kind of like scared to death at the same time. Because I'm an anxious person. And I really let my anxiety get the best of me sometimes. I feel like I can handle anxiety really well, but like I also get anxious for no good reason. So like when I get anxiety, I can like, you know, deal with it. But like I've said, I'll get anxious over like nothing, like little things. I'll let it kind of get, you know, get me going. So I'm a little nervous in terms of like, I think what every first-time parent would be like, I have to keep this person alive now, and I have no idea. But at the same time, like, I'm also the kind of person where I want to learn on my own. I've already very nicely let my family know that I kind of want to, like, me and Shane have the opportunity to, like, do our own thing, you know? Next I'm going to go in with Sienna, by the way. Because, you know, I think a lot of people, especially it seems when you're pregnant, you get a lot of like unsolicited advice, and you know, I appreciate people wanting to help, but you know, especially I think being a parent, like it's one of those things where like, yeah, I appreciate, you know, the insight, but like give us the opportunity to parent the way we want to parent, you know. And I can definitely already tell, you know, there could, you know, eventually be some like issues, which I don't want, and so I've already kind of let everyone know. I think for the most part, like, I would love your advice when I ask for it. And I don't think that's being mean. Like, I've literally read articles on this because, you know, I love my family, but, you know, family can be very like, I think especially like they feel like they can just kind of say whatever sometimes. So I know I was kind of already going into this knowing that like I was going to get all that advice. And I don't think it's crazy for me to say, you know, I appreciate your advice, but like let me ask for it, you know? Because I think especially having a C-section, I'm going to be like, you know, recovering from a major surgery. If I have someone like over my shoulder telling me like how I should be holding her and how I should be feeding her, and oh, I need to do this, or oh, I never did that with my kid, I'm gonna like lose my freaking mind. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. So yeah, that's kind of it. I just put Sienna in the crease, kind of overlapping burnt orange. So far with this palette, I played with it a little bit yesterday. I was going to film yesterday, but I was playing with it and I couldn't get it to like work the way I wanted to. So I kind of was like, I'm going to give it a break, try again tomorrow. I'm next going to go into Mulberry, by the way. Why did I say it like that? Mulberry? It's weird. The mattes are really nice. They are definitely, you know, when you put your brush in them, you get a little bit of powder, but it's not, you know, bad at all. It's actually a lot better, you know, than their last couple palettes. But the shimmers aren't as, like, I'm not as, like, jazzed about them as I thought I was going to be. Like, that's really what, when I got this palette, I was like, these shimmers are, like, I love them, you know, like I'm looking in here, you know, it's really nice. And then they're kind of like, they're still nice. They're just not all I thought they were going to be, which was really surprising to me. But the mattes are working very well. They're like very, very blendable. And I really love, you know, how they kind of fade into each other. They like work really well. I was thinking about it earlier, and I think I'm almost so used to MAC eyeshadows because I've worked there for so long. And I mean, even before working there, I used MAC eyeshadows forever. I feel like I'm just so used to the way they work that nothing ever works the same for me. And that's not to say MAC has the best eyeshadow formula ever. I do think it is absolutely one of the best. But I think I'm just so used to, like, I know how to manipulate them, you know what I'm saying? To like get them to work the way I want to. And I definitely think they have kind of a really good formulation in terms of the matte ones in particular. Where like for most brands, I feel like, you know, I'll get a palette and use a matte, and it like does that create that annoying thing that the subculture did to everyone, where like you get a ton of fallout as soon as you like touch them. MAC matte eyeshadows don't do that, and I feel like so many other brands do, and that always turns me off about other brands' eyeshadows, and I think why I always kind of stick with what I know. But these are definitely an improvement. I feel like they improved this particular formula a lot from like those last ones that were really bad. Because as you can see, these are like much better. And then if you look, I just went into Mulberry with the brush that came in the palette. And that's kind of what I'm looking like in terms of kickback. Someone who follows me, I talked about it yesterday on not on Snapchat, Instagram stories. Does anyone use Snapchat anymore? Snapchat's annoying the shit out of me. It's just confusing as hell at this point. So I think I kind of gave up on it. I use it for the filters, and then I just upload everything onto Instagram stories anyway. But they had recommended that I use my finger with Sultry instead of a brush. So I'm going to try that first. But just to like be safe and to know I'm at least going to get some color payoff, I am going to take the MAC Mixing Medium Eyeliner, which is one of my favorite like glitter or like shimmery in general eyeshadow bases. I'll use this anytime I want something to be like super intense, or if I'm putting glitter on. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of that on my lid first, because at least I know if I have this down, you know, this color is going to come off better. And then, yeah, I'm going to take Sultry, which is this guy here. And we're going to go with our finger and give it a shot. If you're wondering what my nail polish color is, it's an old nail polish from Illamasqua from like literally 7 years ago. So I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I will put it down below. Yeah, this definitely does go better with your finger. And I think the base is helping too. But the only thing that I have to say is with this particular color, I just bought this palette yesterday, and I used it one time yesterday on one eye, and there's already like a dent in this color Sultry, because when you put your finger or brush in it, you get so much on your finger that I feel like I already see a dent. Like, how long is that going to last is what I'm thinking to myself. I don't know. Alright, so far so good. I like how that eye look actually is turning out. I really like the undertones of the colors in here. It's really nice. So I think, you know, at first I was like, I don't know. I'm going to give this palette a chance and kind of keep going with it. I did just put on, really quick off camera because it's kind of boring, I just put on some liner for like a wing liner. I haven't done a wing liner in so long. I just realized yesterday. So I was like, I knew I had to do a wing liner. You guys, I did a poll on Instagram stories, and you said you wanted more of a natural look. So I feel like this is this happy medium for us between dramatic and natural, because it's like not too dark, but I really wanted to do a wing liner and lashes and stuff. So happy medium. I use the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and then for my lashes I use these ones, which I just got yesterday, and they are freaking beautiful. I'm actually going to zoom in real quick so you can see a little better. Oops. I don't know if you can see, but they're like so pretty and like fluttery. They're gorgeous. And these are Ardell number 120. I got these in like a little double pack at Ulta. And yeah, they're really cute. I like those a lot. Like a lot. I've been trying to play around with more lashes lately. I'm just going to keep you zoomed in for the rest of the eye look. I've been trying to look for more lashes recently because I feel like I always use MAC number 48 lashes. They're like my obsession. They're my favorite lashes ever. So I've been trying to look for newer ones, and I really want to try some of the things I see a lot of other people use. Like one lash that I've seen a lot lately, and by the way, I'm just taking the colors, the matte ones I put in the crease, and I'm just putting them on the bottom. From lightest to darkest, like the same way I did on the top. I really want to try, especially the Lily lashes, the Style Mykonos, because I see so many people use them forever, and they look so beautiful on so many people. But, you know, it's really hard to spend $30 on one pair of eyelashes, you know? And, so I've been kind of grappling with that and like looking at my options because I want to make sure I'm using like different things. But with a baby coming any freaking day now, basically, I don't know if I can justify to my husband that I spent $30 on one pair of eyelashes, you know? So, struggle bus. If you guys have some styles you like that are less expensive, let me know. I definitely might go and grab some more of the lashes from the Coco Lashes brand, because those are really cute and they're way more like inexpensive. But you guys let me know if there's anything else. I've been looking on Amazon too, but I haven't really seen, I've seen some things that look promising, but I'm also super sketched out by like buying online, especially like eBay, Amazon, where I like don't know exactly what I'm getting. I hate that this liner has kind of come down in the corner because I didn't really want to do liner in the bottom inside, but I feel like I'm gonna have to now because it's come down and it's gonna look silly if I just have it right there. It's gonna look a little more dramatic, but it will have to do. If you're wondering, this brush is the MAC 218. It came out of the collection like a year ago. So I probably shouldn't use it because you can't get it anymore. But I love it. It's like one of my favorite little smudgers. So just because I kind of have to now, I am going to take that liner and put it in my waterline. This is a MAC 210 brush. This is what I use to put it on the top also. So now I am going to do my brows really quick. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. And I'm hoping this is similar to, it looks just like the Anastasia one. And so I'm hoping it's similar because I just ran out of my Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I really love that pencil, but I don't love the price of it. It's a little too expensive for me. So I tried this NYX one. And we'll see. I tried it yesterday, but like on a bare face when I was just kind of practicing a look with this palette, and I didn't love it. But I like it better now that I have foundation on. I still love my MAC Stylized Brow Pencil. That's kind of like my tried and true, but I want to use different things every once in a while, you know? So I wanted to give this a go. However, I think I'm just going to go right back to my Stylized. And I don't know if you guys have heard, it's already been leaked online. So I know I'm not going to be the first person to talk about this and get myself fired here. But MAC is redoing their brow pencils. You know those like OG brow pencils MAC's had forever that are really good, the real thin ones? And it's like spiked. Everyone and their mother uses spiked brow pencil from MAC. Well, we're phasing those out and we're relaunching them. And it's going to be like the same colors and like the same product, except it's going to be in a container like this, like the Brow Wiz and like this, where it's got the little mini brush on one end, and it's finally going to be twist up, twist down, because it's currently that like annoying pencil that you can only twist up, but it won't twist back down. So like if you twist up too much, then you're kind of just screwed. It's going to twist up and down now, and it's going to be just a little thicker, I'm pretty sure, like the Brow Wiz is, or like this is, where the actual like product in there is just a little thicker, so it won't break, which is cool. See, now this pencil's like okay, but I feel like I'm working way too hard to get this to look like I usually get it to look. Okay, so verdict with the Soft Glam palette. It's definitely better than the first time I used it yesterday. The outcome is really cute. I really like the look. I'm still kind of like, you know, it's good. Is it like that good, you know, that all the other neutral eyeshadows I have aren't like, I don't already have this, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it good enough to where I really need it? I mean, stay tuned. I'm going to keep, you know, playing around with it, but I do like the look I came out with today. Okay. So let's finish up the makeup look. This video is going to be so long. For blush, I'm going to use this guy right here. This is Prism from MAC. Sorry, I'm like looking back at all my makeup back there. This is like a perfect neutral blush. To just give you like some color, but not like too much. Why do I feel like I say that in every video I make with like every blush? I'm pretty sure I do. I bet you if you go back and look, I will say that about every blush. I feel like I always go for neutral blush. I never go for like colorful blushes. It's not like my thing. Colorful blush is not my thing. And then for highlight today, I have to use this. I don't feel like this is getting as much, sorry, I keep eating these little watermelons. This isn't getting as much buzz as I thought it would, and as it should. Yeah, these MAC palettes are insane. I'm going to swatch these three for you. This palette is the Flash and Awe palette. And so it's got 3 highlighters. This one is more of like a neutral champagne. The middle one is more, has a little bit more of a pink undertone to the champagne. And then this end one is more of like a golden champagne. These are like insane. Like, they're so pigmented and beautiful, and it's like that look where like if you want to look moist, like you want to look drenched, you know, this is what you want. I don't know, I feel like everyone likes, I don't know, I'm not gonna say what I want to say. So what I'm gonna do, and my favorite thing to do, is I'm going to use this darkest one over here, the more golden one, and then I like to layer the light one on top. And I'm going to try it with a beauty blender, because people have been using beauty blenders, and like Jacqueline used a beauty blender, or has been using beauty blenders lately, like whenever she does a makeup video, to put on her highlight. So I want to know what's up. It looks nice. It definitely makes it look more like it's skin-like, and less like, you know, it's like sitting on top of the skin. I like a strong highlight, so I'm not afraid to have it look a little unnatural. So I kind of want to, I'm going to try it and just, you know, I'm going to not do what I usually do and go in with a brush and like go in full force. I'm just going to, let's maybe do the natural today. But, like I said, I am going to take the lighter color to layer, and that should add like a little pop. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, these palettes are like insanely pigmented. Like the brightest highlight. I am going to spray the crap out of my face. Just like I said, I haven't been setting my face. My skin's really dry right now in my pregnancy, so I want to like drench myself really quick. So I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Charged Water Charcoal Spray. This is the newer one. I'm gonna let that sink in. Yeah, really going in with the Fix Plus or that setting spray has been helping me a lot lately with the makeup, like after I do it. So it just kind of looks better, you know. Using my favorite lip liner ever, which is the Jordana Easy Liner in the color Rock and Rose. I've been using this for years. And I'm going so light with this. This is literally just to make my lip line look better. But I'm not like going in and really filling in my full lip with it. And then I'm just going to put some gloss on. This is Deelight from MAC. Cremesheen gloss. It's in a special packaging, but it's a permanent color. Oh, it's my favorite. It's like one of the only glosses I'll wear because it's not sticky. And the color is like a perfect neutral. Alrighty guys, so there it is. My look today with a soft glam palette. Like I said, the palette's like, you know, it's good. It's okay. I'm not like, you know, head over heels about it like everyone on social media right now. But, you know, it's good. It works. If you don't already have a lot of neutrals, you'll probably like it. I'm going to keep playing with it a little more to see if, like, I end up loving it. But right now, I'm just like, you know, it's good. It's alright. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you had fun kind of hearing a little bit more personal stuff about me and kind of what's been going on. And I can't wait to show you my baby when she comes. I'm so excited for her to be here. So anyways, if you want to see more videos like this where I kind of chat more through, let me know. If you prefer the way I usually do, where I just kind of do a voiceover, let me know that too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.